Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of She Doesn't Stop Talking. Guys, this past week has been rough. It has been a rough week. So I did my makeup. So I can feel like a person, feel put together, feel good. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I do my makeup or I put on an outfit or I do my hair, or I take a really good, everything shower, it really helps just, the slightest bit to make me feel better, especially if I've had a day or if I've had a week. So I did do my makeup for this. I tried doing a full beat. Halfway through, one product wasn't mixing with another one, and I almost had a breakdown, but then I was like, actually, let's relax. So I did my makeup to feel like a person, feel like a human being. I love it. I think it looks great. You can't tell on camera, but I was taking pictures of myself. That's beside the point. Nevertheless, we persist. We keep going. We keep pushing through. We made it to episode 2. I do want to start by saying thank you. Thank you. If you guys watched episode 1, it means a lot to me. I was really nervous putting that out, but we made it to episode 2, and I'm really excited for this episode. It's probably also going to be a quick one. We're talking about, again, very important things. Please, whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt and know that, none of it is serious. I don't mean anything. This is just for entertainment purposes. Also, if you hear the ice, if you hear some sort of ASMR thing going on right now, that's my coffee, so that has been, I wonder if that messed up the audio because it was next to the microphone this whole time. But yeah, I just want to say thank you if you watched episode 1. Thank you. I hope you watch episode 2 and you continue to watch other episodes that I make. But yeah, anything that I say, not serious, has no actual meaning behind it at all. This is just for entertainment purposes and for fun and to just let loose, have a good time, just be free, be a girl, be free. I am centered this time, I think. This wall is lopsided behind me, so I actually don't really know. I tried to be as centered as I could and stuff because I was sitting over here last time, but now I'm in the middle. But it looks off. And it's kind of throwing me because there's nothing here, but I have a blanket there. Uh-oh. That's going to annoy me. Can I put a pillow up here maybe? It'll balance it out. That didn't do anything, but it's going to stay there. Yeah. Episode 2, welcome. Have you guys seen the Instagram post where it's oh my God, what does it say? Oh, hurt people. And then it's I'm just reading a command twice. Have you guys seen that post? I just thought of that going, welcome. Hurt people. But I just read that as a command. Hurt people. I think it's funny. I'm going to see if I can find it and put it on the screen. To start off this episode, what are we starting with? We're going to start the way we started last time with what I'm currently watching on YouTube. Standing tall at number 1, Smosh. Is that ever going to change? I don't know. I don't think so. Smosh. I've just been watching Smosh. I watched the Smosh cast episode yesterday, I believe. Because they're almost to 1 million followers. This is free promo at this point. And you know what? I'm not mad about it. But they posted an episode and it was Angela, Olivia, and Chance, but they were playing as Shane, Spencer, and Amanda. Funniest video I've ever watched in my life. I mean, every video I watch of theirs I find funny and I find entertaining. But that podcast episode had me dying. Oh my God, it's so funny. And I love their, I want to say interpretations, but I don't think that's the right word that I want to use. But I love their interpretations of Amanda, Spencer, and Shane. So funny. It was so funny, but it was a great time. You should go watch it. What else have I been watching? Oh, I'm still watching Peyton. Why am I voice crack getting nervous? Still watching Peyton. He also uploaded a new video. Go watch it. I don't think that was English, what I just said, but I speak faster than my brain can keep up with. So yeah, Peyton, ASMR. I always have to watch ASMR to go to sleep. I literally woke up, sorry, my TV's slanted and I just realized that, and it's gonna annoy me too. Hey, so actually, no, don't worry about that right now. What was I talking about? I was watching Smosh, Peyton. Oh, ASMR. I literally woke up earlier than I should have this morning. Like, I'm talking like 6:30, 7 a.m. And maybe some of you are like, girl, what? And I'm over here like, listen, I don't wake up that early, okay? I don't. But I woke up early and I was still sleepy. So I put ASMR on out. Like a light. Like a light. Like a light. Like that was literally me. I was asleep. I love ASMR. I love good ASMR too. You know what? Let's talk about ASMR for a second. Because I have found some great ASMR artists. Did I say that right? And like, we need to talk about them. Do I have their names written down? No. So in the next video, I will give you the list, but I'm going to talk about my favorite ASMR videos that I like to watch. I love some of the W Magazine ASMR videos, okay? Because some of them are good. Cardi B, great. Lady Gaga's great. What's her name? She plays Cleo in H2O. Phoebe Tonkin. Hers, great, love it. Who else? So I love how I was like, there's so many, but like, actually, I don't even think I said that. But like, I came up with 3, so I think that's good enough. But I love like tapping sounds and like the brush and like the brushing the hair. I like talking ASMR sometimes, but I like talking ASMR that doesn't have like the spit noises and like, you know, because that will send me into a spiral. I will not fall asleep. I'll actually like go crazy and like claw at my skin if I hear that. Yeah, but ASMR, what else? Italian Bach. Is that how you say his name? Or Italian Batch? Ooh, if I just butchered that, I'm gonna literally, you'll never see me again. You'll never see me again. Yeah, I've been watching him. Another one. I recently started watching his videos because I would get his TikToks like randomly and they were like funny, like a funny dude. And then one day like one of his videos were recommended to me and I went down, I got sucked down a loophole. So yeah, I've been watching his videos recently. Curtis Connor, I've been going back, getting sucked in there because he uploaded recently, but I've been rewatching a lot of videos. Sometimes, like, if I can't go to sleep and, like, ASMR doesn't work and, like, those videos where it's just, like, thunder, rain, window. By the way, my favorite one that I've been watching recently to help me fall asleep, if ASMR doesn't work, it's, like, a medieval castle background with, like, a thunderstorm and rainstorm happening in the back. Okay, thunderstorm, rainstorm, like, same thing. No, not really. Whatever. But you know what I mean? Like the rain and the thunder in the background. And it's like a beautiful, like, living room space of a castle. And I'm like, oh. Guys, let's bring back castles. I want to live in a castle. Can you do a thing where you spend the night in, like, a medieval castle? Does that exist? Because I would do it. Oh, the thought of, like, imagine, like, people. Sorry, that could be a whole separate episode. Like, people used to live like in a castle. Oh, who's there? Because I'm over here. Thank you. Sorry, the thing on my camera that you cannot see was just going like next to me. So I guess I had a visitor for 5 seconds. But like, camera on me, please. Focus on me. Yeah, but like to think like people used to live like that. Like imagine coming down like a grand staircase in a castle. Anyways, yeah, so I watched that. But if none of those videos work, I usually like will go back to like old Curtis Connor videos and just binge watch those till I fall asleep. Curtis Connor or Danny Gonzalez? This coffee's hitting because I can't speak properly. Yeah. And what's the last one? Oh, speaking of this has nothing to do with castles actually, so that makes no sense. I've also recently been watching, this is another thing that if Curtis Connor, Danny Gonzalez, ASMR, and those background noise videos don't work, I've been watching like renovating videos, but like people that like buy cottages or like these little houses in like the middle of like countryside of like England, and they renovate them into like these beautiful little cottages where they like end up living with their families. But I love the whole renovation process because it's like they buy these things, they're like water damage, things are breaking, plumbing doesn't work, there's no heat, like no running water, there's like stuff everywhere, and they like work on it. And I love it. And then they'll work on it, and then months later it's like a beautiful renovated little cottage. And I'm like, I could do that. My ego is telling me like, if you give me time, I could do that by myself. Easy. I can't do that actually. But in my head, I think I could do it. And what else? Oh, and I've been watching like, it'll be like a day in my life, or like a day in our lives, but it's people that live in Siberia. I don't know what that's about. And I can't pronounce it. It starts with a Y, but they're in Siberia, and it's so interesting, and I need to figure out how to say the name. But I think it's and I don't even know the woman who makes the videos, but it's like her and her family. It's like this cute little family, and she'll just take like, the most recent one I watched was them preparing for the winter months. Hey guys, this is me editing, popping in to say that I made a mistake, and I'm going to correct it really quickly. The YouTuber who I watched about the Siberia video, it's actually just one girl who was born and raised in the coldest city on earth, in Siberia. And the video that I'm referencing is a documentary that she made following a family preparing for the winter in the coldest city on earth. It's not about her, even though she does have videos on her channel, like she has like a day in my life and morning routine and stuff like that. But the video that I'm referencing is actually about a family. You guys probably don't care, but I just wanted to clear that up because I was wrong and I made a mistake and I need to clarify. But it was so interesting because I was like, oh my goodness, I would go insane. I would go crazy. And they're like, I love it. I think it's so interesting. I love stuff like that. Yeah, so I watch that if I like need a good, little something different. I actually want to watch, they have one where it's summer in Siberia, I think. And it's like what they do during the summer. I got to get on that because I saw them prepare for winter. Now I want to see what their summers are like. Okay, moving on. Oh, I didn't bring it over here with me. It's all the way over there. Wait, I'm gonna go get it. I should have all my props ready to go. Moving on, straying away, things that I've been getting into that do not involve the media. Been doing a lot of word search puzzles here. This is, get on this. You guys need to get on word puzzles, word searches. They're everything. I took this from my father. I'm almost done with it, and I'm gonna go take another one from him. I'm locked in. The one that I'm currently on, the theme is in the pond. And so far, I've found a couple words. Get in on this. I'm telling you guys, this is it. I understand why people do these. Very addictive, very fun. Get me off my phone for a little bit. And I've been trying to get back into reading. I was in a really bad reading slump. And I just finished Funny Story by Emily Henry last night. Guys, it was so cute. It was actually such a cute little book. I love Emily Henry. She's one of my favorite authors. I love her books. I'm like so excited for Beach Read to come out. We're going to talk about that, but I'm not going to talk about that for this episode. I'll talk about that when all the casting comes out because I have some thoughts, but I digress. I'll do a whole different episode on like books and movie adaptations. But yeah, so I finished Funny Story last night. It took me so long to get through that book, and not because the book was bad. The reading slump that I was in was so bad, and I really like had to push through. And then when I broke it, I finished the book last night. Great. So I'm gonna try to keep reading and get back into that and not fall back into the book slump that I'm in. I just don't know what I want to read next, and I have a lot of like unread books that I bought. I just haven't cracked them open because I will be like, ugh. There's just so much like things like art to consume, like so many books that I want to read, so many movies that I want to watch, but my attention span is shot. And I don't know how we got here. Because I put a movie on and within 5 seconds I'm on my phone. That's so criminal. Which is why I think I love movie theaters and going to movie theaters for like movies that I really want to see. Like I will go to the movie theater to see them because like I'm forced to be off my phone and like put my phone away, have it on silent and not look at it and like watch the movie. But if I'm at home and I try to watch a movie, oh my God, you'll be lucky. You know, maybe we'll watch something today. I don't know. What else? Oh, and I'm attempting to work out again. Oh, brother. I tried doing a workout last night. My arms and back are killing me. I'm in pain. But I just need to get some movement going again. This like slump that I've been in, like slowly we got to get out of it. Now we're going to get into Now we're going to get into the, I don't want to say like other media that I've consumed. That doesn't make any sense. We're going to talk about things that I watched that don't involve YouTube. There we go. So we're going to start with like the one that's like, you know what I mean? And then we're going to save the best for last that you could probably already guess what I'm going to talk about. And if you can't, well, I watched Dracula, A Love Tale. She was cute. I love a good like retelling or like telling of Dracula. Personally, it wasn't my favorite one. My personal favorite, and this could also be like, you could be like, girl, what is Dracula Untold? Come on now. I think that movie's great. I think it should have gotten a part 2. I think we need to go back into that writing room and revisit it, okay? Because Dracula Untold, I think is great. One, the guy who plays Dracula, gorgeous. But I love the way it was split into 2 parts. I personally do not like 2-hour long movies. I get bored. Cut back to me saying how my attention span is shot. But like 2 hours, I'm like, what are we doing? Like Nosferatu, I wanted to literally, like I almost walked out of the movie theater. I was so bored. That movie was so long for absolutely no reason. And I'm going to say this with my whole chest because this is what I think. Beautiful, like aesthetic wise, beautiful. The shots were great. It was a beautiful movie to look at. The color palette was everything. Costumes were everything. Like the cast was a great cast. Like it was a stunning movie to me visually. Oh my God. But the storyline dragging, oh my God, like thinking about it right now is making me angry. That movie was way too long. Like it did not need to be that long. And Count Orlok could have spoke a little bit faster. And that's just my opinion, okay? It's my opinion. Like he could have spoken a little faster. Because why were we spending 20 minutes for this man to get a sentence out? Right. I don't care if you're like 1,000 years old. Speak. Like speed this up a bit. Yeah. So that was like not my favorite one. I love Dracula Untold, okay? They gave us the first half, which was Dracula's warrior past and all this stuff and you finding out, you know, why he becomes Dracula. And then it ends with his, what's it called? With him seeing, is it Mina? I think it's Mina. Where it's like years in the future and he's walking around and he sees like his wife reincarnated as somebody else. And he's like, oh my goodness. And then it like ends with them talking. So you know like, oh, part 2 is supposed to be that. Like that storyline. And did we ever get it? No. Whatever. But Dracula, A Love Tale, like yeah, she was cute. It was the same thing as every other Dracula story. I don't think for me, like it wasn't anything crazy. I feel like TikTok and the media, as it always does, like hyped it up a lot more. Don't get me wrong. Dare I say the TikTok edits of Caleb Landry Jones, right? I like don't want to butcher his name. I really hope it's Landry and not something else. Caleb Landry Jones. Yes, ma'am. I feel like the TikTok edits of him as Dracula are like better than the movie. But yeah, That's what I thought. You could tell the Dracula story like only so many times, you know? It's Dracula. But you know what? That was in English. You know what? If another Dracula movie comes out, yeah, I'll watch it. Yeah, I'll watch it. Because I also just love that he loves his wife so much. Like, and I will always eat that up. I'll eat up a good love story moment. I don't know how I'm going to edit that. You guys aren't going to see it because I'm going to cut out me stuttering for literally a good 15 minutes straight until I got my thought process in order. That I'm going to cut. But whew, that was a lot. That took a lot out of me. Okay. Everybody lock in. Everybody lock in. Everybody lock in. We're getting down. We're getting down to the nitty gritty, to what I really wanted to talk about, to what I know you wanted to hear. And if you didn't want to hear it, just say you did and lie. Bridgerton season 4, the last 4 episodes. I have a lot of thoughts. I'm a girl. Where's my St. John drowning koozie? I'm a girl and I have opinions, bro. What am I starting with? I had to put, these are all in my notes because I had to like get my thoughts in order and like specific things that I want to talk about. So we had episodes 1 to 4, and then we had 5, 6, 7, and 8. Don't. Okay. Oh, okay. First and foremost, those scenes. Teddy swims. Something's got a hold on me. I don't know the words actually, so I'm not even going to try to sing that. But if I say Teddy swims, you know what I'm talking about. Because, whoa. Whoa. The bathtub scene and the scene, actually no, because the bathtub scene's the bathtub scene is after the first thing that they do. Benedict Bridgerton, that was insane. And I said, whoa, let's chill. We need to, we had to chill out. I had to get up and walk around my room. I was like, whoa. Whoa. And then he looked great after. Oh, when she was getting up and she was getting ready to leave and she was like, your stupid smile and your stupid hair. And he was just sitting there like, what'd I do? I'm just being me. Oh my God. Like, Sophie, you're so strong. Sophie, you are the strongest soldier ever. So that caught me off guard. I had to do a lap. Every time they came on the screen and they were doing so, I had to do a lap. I said, pause. We have to run around the room really quick. What else? Oh, okay. Love, because he came back. I talked about this in the last one. Anthony. I love that Violet had to call in the older brother. She was like, you need to get here. You need to get here and talk to your younger brother because something's happening. And then he spoke to him and I said, ooh, Anthony, shut your mouth. Anthony, be quiet. Anthony, actually go back to your loving wife and child. And stop talking to Benedict. 'Cause that was crazy. It was crazy that he caught him drawing the maid and he was like, what are you doing? And then when he was like, I would disown you, like he would have to disown him and just send him away. I will throw up. On top of the fact that Benedict already feels purposeless because Edmund was born. And then having your brother straight up tell you to your face, if you get with this woman, marry this woman, do anything with this woman, I will have to disown you. I don't want to because you're my brother and I'm going to trust that you're going to make the right decision. But if it had to come down to that, yeah, you're going to get disowned. And it wouldn't even do anything because guess what? But Anthony had a kid. So Benedict could literally get disowned and that's it. What times are we living in? Like the 1800s? I actually don't even know. That was crazy to say to him. I was like, oh my God. What happened to the man? But weren't you? Okay. But also I get it. Because then he was like, if you have a kid and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. There were points that were made that I was like, eh. And then there were other things that were said that I was like, whoa. We could slow it down a little bit. we could chill. And I also just want to mention Kate, literally mother. Kate serving face when as soon as she entered, like, that was, like, especially, like, at the wedding scene at the end, I'm sorry, eyes were on her. Like, I was literally like, look at her, just in the crowd, like, mocking everybody else in the crowd. I kind of wanted, like, a moment between her and Anthony where she kind of, like, tells him, like, go easy on Benedict a little bit, but they were only there for, like, 5 seconds, and then they left, so whatever. Violet locked in this season, and I'm obsessed with it, because I love when Violet and Lady Danbury, like, they'll clock something so fast when it comes to the Bridgerton siblings, but Violet locked in this season, and I'm obsessed with it because I love that she was doing everything in her power on the low to find, like, a loophole so that Sophie could be considered nobility. Like, she was doing everything to find that loophole because her son. And then after hearing Benedict say that he loved her, she was like, oh my God, no, like, we need to lock in. Like, this girl has to be hiding something, like, something. And then even when she couldn't find, like, anything that could consider her, like, a noble, she was even ready to just let him, like, do it anyway. But she was like, you will be casted away, and, like, you will not see your family as much. Like, I'll try my best to write you letters and stuff like that, but, like, you can't be seen with us. But, like, that doesn't mean we love you less. But it's just, like, just know if you make this choice, you're sacrificing us. But, like, the way she said it was a lot nicer than the way Anthony said it. But, like, she wasn't going to disown him or, like, be like, that's it, you're shunned. She was just like, everything that you would do with your family, you would not be able to do. Or it'd have to be, like, really, really secretive. And even then, it's like, you're probably barely going to see us. So it's like, oh my God. But I love how it worked out in the end. And that they locked in and they found that loophole. And they were like, nobility. And the queen was like, you would have been the diamond of the season. And I was like, diamond of the season. So that was cute. And I love when the Bridgertons lock in, because they lock in. Especially the scene where Benedict and Violet bust into the courtroom to defend Sophie. Oh, they were throwing titles out there like this. And I said, we need to calm down, because I don't even know what this means. I don't know who these people are. What else did I write down? Posey Nation Rise. Where are my Posey stands at? I love that girl. I'm happy she was the only one invited to the wedding, and she was with her man in the front row. I'm happy she's the one who got married. I feel bad for Rosamund. Feel bad for her, though. I feel bad for both of them because their mom was, like, evil. But I love Posey. Posey Nation Rise. Posey stands rise. That's my girl. Oh, bruh. Francesca. Why did we do that to my girl? Like, she was the last person to deserve that. But I guess also, like, that happens. It happens to people that don't deserve it. Because that was crazy. I was actually not expecting that. I mean, in the last in episode 1, I did say that the theories were that, like, John was going to die. Didn't think they were actually going to do it. So, love that. What the hell, guys? Like, I just felt so bad. And then she was trying so hard. And she didn't, and the baby, and, like, she doesn't have a baby. And I was like, girl, somebody just give her a hug. Somebody lock in, please. And tell this girl she's gonna be okay. Because that was a really cute scene where they all went around, like, talking about John. And then the cousin was like, well, now we're gonna learn a dance. And we're all gonna do the dance together. And they were, like, having a good little time, a good little grand old time, like, celebrating John's life. Like, that was cute. And to segue that into the fact that Mama Bridgerton was like, your grandmother's ring, I left it. My man books it. I said, oh, it's happening. Oh, it's happening. Oh my goodness. Sophie's in jail. And he finds, oh, this is what I want to talk about. Did I write that down? I didn't write that down. Sorry. He goes, gets the ring, finds her mom's necklace because she was looking for that. Did she ever get her stuff from the Cavender house? after she threw water on him? Like, did she ever go back for her stuff, or is that just, like, there? He goes, gets the ring, finds the necklace. The necklace, the smallest little thing is what makes him realize Sophie's the lady in silver. Oh, don't piss me off. Don't make me angry. That was kind of dumb. If that's what happens in the book, like, okay. But are you serious? And then, like, she left the glove, like, face up. Oh, yeah, because where's she going? The Americas? She's, like, getting a different job because she heard Anthony yelling at Benedict, whatever. So that's where she's going. So she left the other glove in her thing face up for him. He finds the necklace. That's how he puts two and two together, goes back, looks at the pictures, sees the necklace in the pictures that he drew. Don't, because you're going to make me upset a little bit. You're going to make me a little bit upset. Goes to try to find her, finds the other glove, and he's like, oh my God. They looked alike, by the way. All she was doing was wearing a mask, so I don't really know how that is what locked everything in, but sure. Also, I love the little moment between Lady Danbury and the Queen after Penelope, like, finally convinces the Queen to, like, let her stop Whistledown and let her pursue other writing. And then the Queen looks at Lady Danbury and, like, silently gives her the okay, like, you can go, like, you can go home, like, you know, go back to your home, go visit your home, what you wanted to do. And Lady Danbury's just like, thank you. And that little moment between them. And then the shot of Lady Danbury walking away and the portrait of Queen Charlotte with the ladies' maids and Lady Danbury off to the side. Like, they were girls together. Like that, they were girls together. Like, that was a beautiful shot. And that was so emotional because, like, that's her girl. What do you mean? What else? Oh, and then they get married and it's a cute wedding. And thank you to the internet sometimes, because somebody pointed out that the first painting Benedict ever finished was of his wife, was of Sophie. And I was like, ah! Stop, that's so cute. And then he had the little scarf on his little... What? He had the kite on his scarf when they got married. Literally, you guys are evil. You guys are evil and sinister. Oh, no, last but not least... Back to that girl who had a lot about... Oh, my God. Oh, I'm not making the joke anymore because that was horrible. Okay, anyways, the last thing I want to talk about involving this season... I'm not over that. The new Lady Whistledown. What? Again, don't. PMO. Do not PMO. What is that? If that's the case, why did we reveal Whistledown was Penelope? Hey, if you read the books, does this happen in the books? I didn't read the book, so I don't know. So does this happen again, or is this something that the TV show creators are throwing at us? Why are we doing that again? Also, could they be any less creative? Why are you using Whistledown? You couldn't think of your own name? Don't PMO. But I don't know, because then she's like talking and then toward the end the voice changes. So everybody's like, the voice changed. Who could it be? And I did go onto Reddit. I don't use Reddit like that, okay, guys? So please don't bully me right now. I don't use Reddit like that. But I did go onto Reddit for this to see, like, the theories that people have as to who the new Whistledown is. And what did we see? Some people are saying, like, oh, it could be Alfie because Whistledown's accent changes and it kind of sounds like Alfie's. I don't know. I don't know who it sounds like, to be honest. But there was that theory. I saw somebody say maybe it's Hyacinth because there's a period in the books, I believe, where, like, she isn't being, like, pursued. I don't know how to word it. Where she just has a period of time where she's just, like, not, like, there's no love interest and stuff like that, like, until her love interest shows up. So it's like somebody was like, maybe it's Hyacinth. Somebody said Varley because she, you know, was in all that mess and stuff like that. I don't know. Personally, I have no guesses at all. That, like, annoyed me. I didn't really like that whole new Whistledown thing. Again, that's my opinion. If you read the books, please let me know, like, does that happen or is this something new? Because, I don't know, I don't really like it. But we'll see where they go with it, I guess. That's all you can really hope for. But all that to say that I'm excited for next season. I really hope it's Eloise's season because her man is so fine. But I hope it's Eloise's season because, like, I feel like throughout this season, we could slowly see her, like, not, like, wanting to get married, but, like, you could just see on her face that, like, she's realizing those around her, even her brother, who she thought, you know, they were in it together, they weren't going to get married, that, like, even he found somebody that he was like, no, like, I want to marry this person. So I feel like maybe that's her realizing, like, okay, like, I will find my person, but, like, it's not right now. And I don't want these random men that keep looking at me every time I smile at them kind of thing, if that makes sense. I don't know. But I love Eloise, and yeah, I'm excited. I hope her season's next because that's my girl. And I want to see her win. Like, I want to see her win big time. I think that might be it. So comment down below what you thought of this season of Bridgerton if you watched it. If you didn't watch it, comment down below what you're currently watching on YouTube. And why not? Let's talk about it. Yeah, I think that's it. So she does eventually stop talking. We've figured this out. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I don't like the way that looked.